March is Women's History Month, and each week KIMT News 3's Alex Dederer is highlighting prominent women in our area. She joins us live now with how two leading Rochester women found themselves in emergency response careers. Good morning, Alex.
Annalise, good morning. I'm here at Rochester's Fire Station 1, and as of 2020, women make up about 9% of all U.S. firefighters. That's according to the National Fire Protection Association. And currently, only about 12% of all police officers are women. I spoke with two of Rochester's emergency responders to see how we can get those numbers even higher. Rochester is beating that national statistic. Nearly 25% of all Rochester Police Department employees are women, and in the last 2 years alone, over half of RPD's new officers were women or people of color.
It gives me an opportunity to be a mentor to a lot of the younger females that we've hired, which is it's exciting to see because this can be a very difficult career, and especially for women in terms of work-life balance, right? And so when we're able to show that you can do all these things, you can rise up through the ranks and you can have a successful career, I think is very empowering for the new generation of females coming into this.
Lieutenant Hodgman started as an Olmsted County probation officer and has been with the Rochester Police Department for 19 years. She says women police officers focus more on de-escalation versus relying on sheer body strength.
Being able to talk to people and communication is 90% of what we do as police officers is communicate with the public. And so if you can be effective in that capacity, you will do just great being a police officer.
Rochester firefighter Mandy Marks agrees, saying there are many different roles in the fire department.
So even though I may not be able to lift something heavy, one of my other firefighters or somebody else on my crew will help me, and vice versa. So there's a small spot you have to get into, I'm the small one they send in there. Or if you go to a medical and there's an older woman or there's a young woman or there's even just a woman on the call, they feel more comfortable speaking to a woman. So everybody plays a role.
Marks is one of 4 women working at the Rochester Fire Department out of 111.
We did everything everybody else had to do to get here. We passed every test. We did everything that was asked of us, jumped through the hoops. I think it's just the idea that we are so small a minority in the fire service that we are kind of alone. But you learn to overcome that. You just, like I said, you work hard, you do your job, and slowly with confidence, the better you get at your position, it's easier to be this.
Both Marks and Lieutenant Hodgman say one of the greatest challenges of being a leader is finding a work-life balance. But not only are they role models for their families and friends, they're role models for women of all ages.
To me, being a role model means practicing what you preach, right? It's what gives us integrity as leaders. And people around you will do what people see. And so my opinion is that as leaders, we have impact, and we have influence. I, as a leader here, I have a passion for growth and a passion for developing the leaders so that when I leave this profession, I leave it better than when I entered it.
I just hope that young women can see me in this position and know that they can do anything they put their mind to. You don't have to be the biggest or the best. Just go in there with a big heart and do what you love to do.
Both the Rochester Fire Department and the Rochester Police Department do outreach, so they visit local high schools and local colleges to teach more people about their profession. Live in Rochester, Alex Dederer, KIMT News 3.
Thanks, Alex. Next week, we'll hear from a Mayo cardiologist on her journey to medicine.